All right, so this is our vertical bandsaw in the machine shop. You're going to use this to cut a decent amount of material off of whatever you're working with, and it's not super precise, so it's more of just for a rough cut. So I'm going to walk you through how to set it up safely, make a cut safely, and then clean up. Over here we got the saw right there. We have our start stop up here, and then down below we'll actually turn on the motor. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the motor. Obviously it doesn't make the blade go on. This is what makes the blade start and stop. So we have our platform right here to put our material on, and then we actually have 2 little base plates that we can use to move our material through this way, and then we can use the other one to actually set our depth of cut, so this moves back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some material and make a few cuts. So this is an aluminum tube. I'm basically just going to push it through and make a relatively deep cut. Again, you can set this wherever you need to for your cut. So I'm going to line it up like this, and then I can move this back and forth, and then set it with this this knob right here. So as soon as I tighten that up, this is locked in place. And then I have a piece of wood right here I can use to help me feed the material through the blade. It gives a little bit more distance between your hands and the blade, so it's safer movement. So I'm going to go ahead and grab onto it one hand like this. So grab onto the wood and your material with one hand, and then I'm going to just guide it with my left hand. So I'm going to move it through the blade like so. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. This green button gets it going. So we got it started. I'm going to go ahead and slide it through nice and slow. Just making sure you have a good grip, and you don't want to push too hard on the blade. All right, so move your hands away before you turn it off. And hit the stop button and take the excess material out. As you can see, it's a pretty clean cut. It's a little bit rough on the front of it, so that's something you can clean up on a lathe or a more precise machine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some steel now. This aluminum cuts pretty quickly, so that was a pretty clean, quick cut. So to give you a little bit of a different type of cut, I'm going to use a bigger piece of wood, and this is just a rectangular or square tube steel. So I'm going to put this down. Again, you can adjust this wherever you need to. So I'll make a little bit of a deeper cut. All right, so this is set in place. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up against it again. With my right hand holding both the wood and the material, and then with my left just guiding, making sure it's staying on this face. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on again. And notice the speed at which I'm cutting. It's gonna be a little bit slower than the aluminum. So nice and slow. Right, so I'm through the material. I'm going to back my hands off, go ahead and turn it off, wait for it to stop, and I'm free to take my material out. So as you saw, it takes a little bit longer to cut steel. Still doable though. So now that I've made my cuts, I'm going to make sure to put away my material and clean up the surface. Take these off. I'm going to push this back again. You can just grab a brush to clean off the surface. All right, now it's looking just like it did before when I started. I'm gonna walk over and turn the motor off. All right, and that's how you use the vertical bandsaw.